Claiborne Farm, the home of Nasrullah, the king among thoroughbred stallions. Nasrullah was succeeded by his most famous son, Bold Ruler, who produced 82 stakes winners. And his most famous son, Secretariat, breezed through the Triple Crown, first to do so in 25 years. Retired after his 3-year-old campaign, he too was to stand at Claiborne. A much less heralded champion, South America's Horse of the Year, Forego, was also brought to Claiborne. In the spring of 1969, Forego was bred to Lady Golconda, a minor stakes-winning mare purchased by the Lazy F Ranch. On April 30th, 1970, Lady Golconda dropped a large, gangly bay colt. Little did they realize that in several years, most experts would rank him with the best handicap horses of all generations. From the beginning, Forego was marked to be a good one. While greatness cannot be forecast for any unraced youngster, he was one to watch. A rich, dark bay with few markings. He was so big at 2 and 3, some considered him unattractive. But he had a beautiful stride. Just as important, he was competitive. John Ward Jr. comments.
Well, during his early training as a yearling, and more so the early part of his 2-year-old season, the fitter he got, the harder he got to work with. He became pretty rank and became very hard upon himself as a horse. It was felt by the people at that time that gilding would help him to be a better horse and to be a better racing tool.
Cheryl Ward, his trainer, raced him for the first time on January 17, 1973 at Hialeah, and he was 4th. 1973 was to be Secretariat's year. Forego finished 4th in the Kentucky Derby, and on June 9th, the day Secretariat demolished his field by 31 lengths in the Belmont Stakes, Forego, half an hour earlier, won this allowance race so brilliantly that many remarked he had been in the wrong race. He was a comer. This race was the turning point in his career. Forego had been ridden for the first time by Heliodoro Augustinus, and the huge gelding was maturing, his body filling out to complement his handsome and intelligent head. Cheryl Ward and his good friend Eddie Hayward, who took over when the trainer was ill, were caring for Forego's ever-present ankle infirmity with skill and patience. They guided Forego to 9 wins in 18 starts, ending the season with stakes victories in the Romer and Discovery handicaps. With Cheryl Ward recovered from open-heart surgery, it was back to Florida for the 74 season. Forego started his 4-year-old campaign with back-to-back victories in the Don and Gulfstream Park handicaps over the fine older horse True Night. Track handicappers were fully aware of Forego's ability, and in this, the Widener handicap, highlight of the Florida season, the 2 rivals were to meet for the 3rd time, with Forego giving True Night 5 pounds.
Racing down the backstretch, play the field on the inside, strictly business. Right there, these 2 noses and strides apart on the lead. 3.5 lengths further back, that Santorini racing 3rd. 4 horsepower 4th. There goes Forego up on the outside, beginning to move to the leaders. As they near the far turn, it's play the field in front by a neck. Strictly business, racing 2nd. And here comes Forego with jockey Heliodoro Augustinus driving to the leaders on the outside. Santorini right there between horses, more horsepower along the rail. A gap of 4 lengths, Golden Dawn, and True Night last and beginning to accelerate along the inside. With less than a quarter to go, it's Forego up to take the lead on the outside by 1 length, opening up by 1.5 lengths at the top of the stretch. Here comes Play the Field, battling back gamely on the inside, and True Night coming into contention, trying to slip through in close quarters on the rail and in trouble. With less than an 8 to go, it's Forego in front by 1 length, now by 1.5 lengths. That's True Night coming on once again with a belated bid. Here comes the finish, the victory to Forego, going across the line by 1 length. In 2nd position, that was Darby Dan Farms' True Night.
Forego came north with a perfect Florida record and warmed up by starting in the 7-furlong quarter, the East's leading spring handicap for sprinters. He was last early, then moved with his characteristic spurt, striding out around the field and won easily. Established as a star of all distances, he would now learn the duties of a heavyweight champion. In the Brooklyn Handicap at 1 mile and 3/16, Forego would give up to 18 pounds to his 6 rivals. The day was hot and sultry. Forego, who always preferred cool weather, was not one to let that stop him.
To Arby's Boy in 4th position. Forego on the outside, freehand and far back. Sip, sip, sip. They're on the far turn now, and Dancers Verde holds on to the lead by 3 lengths. Stoop dropping back as Billy Come Lately moves up, and there goes Forego in the middle of the track with a rush. Arby's Boy also closing strongly with freehand. At the head of the stretch, there's a 1/4 mile to the finish. Billy Come Lately has the lead by a head. Dancers Verde on the inside. Forego now 3rd on the outside. Middle of the racetrack, it's Arby's Boy. And down the stretch they come. Billy Come Lately on the inside, and Forego on the outside, challenging and getting to the front by a head. Forego on the outside takes the lead. Billy Come Lately 2nd, and Arby's Boy. And as they come under the finish line, it's Forego.
He won the Brooklyn at 1 mile and 3/16. And in September, he won the first of his 4 Woodwards. A great come-from-behind effort at 1.5 miles. His major fall goal was the 2-mile Jockey Club Gold Cup. But it was 6 weeks away, and Cheryl Ward preferred to keep him sharp. Thus, Forego engaged in the most remarkable 2 months of his racing career. Between the 12-furlong Woodward and the 16-furlong Gold Cup, he would run in the 7-furlong Vosburg, and under 131 pounds.
And they're off. On the outside, Mobay going for the lead with Infuriator between horses now getting to the front. Lone Tree is next on the inside, Camback. Far outside, Mobay is now 4th, followed by Forage on the inside 5th. Champagne Charlie is 6th by 1. Prince Dan Tan is 7th. Forego between horses, followed by American Kingdom on the outside, then Stop the Music, Arby's Boy, and Soft Victory. Down the back stretch. That's Infuriator on the front end by 2 lengths. Camback is 2nd by 1. Lone Tree is 3rd by 2. Forage on the outside is next, followed by Prince Dan. Around the 5 turn they go. Infuriator in front by 3/4 of a length, and Camback charging up on the outside to challenge. Lone Tree a closer 3rd. Forage is 4th by a head. Prince Dan is 5th. Champagne Charlie, Forego along the rail. Stop the Music and Mobay as they turn for home. Camback takes the lead. Lone Tree on the outside is 2nd. Along the inside, Infuriator drops back, and between horses here comes Forego with a rush. As they move into the final furlong, Camback on the rail. Forego charging up on the outside, getting the lead. It's Forego in front. Second Cup weight to 131 pounds. Theodora Vecina's guides Forego under the wire to win about 4 lengths.
After the Vosburg, trainer Ward said the easiest horse in the world to run long or short. And now he would run him long, the longest of his career, in the Jockey Club Gold Cup.
Through on the outside, 3rd by 6 lengths, and now Forego has moved into 4th position. Arby's Boy is 5th, and there goes Cop moving up on the outside. Mongo is next, and Freehand. Down the back stretch. Group Plan holds on to the lead by 1.5 lengths. Stonewalk is 2nd by a head. John Drew 3rd. On the outside now, Forego is 4th by 1/2 length. Along the rail, it's Arby's Boy Cop. Then Mungo and Freehand is 8th. Around the far turn, the final time. And Group Plan has the lead by 1.5 lengths. There goes Forego rushing into 2nd position and moving to the leader. It's Forego on the outside up to take the lead. Group Plan battles back. Cop moves into the 3rd spot. Stonewalk drops back 4th. John Drew is 5th. Arby's Boy, they're in the stretch. And now on the outside, Forego takes the lead by 1 length. Group Plan is 2nd. Cop is now 3rd, and Stonewalk 4th. 1/8 of a mile to the finish, and Forego has the lead by 2.5 lengths. Group Plan 2nd on the rail, and Cop 3rd. 70 yards to the finish. It's Forego in front. And Forego with Theodora Vecina's takes the Jockey Club Gold Cup by 2.5 lengths.
These 3 outstanding victories at such varied distances concluded Forego's 4-year-old season. He won 8 of 13 starts and lost only to horses carrying many pounds less. Without question, he was Horse of the Year. And he was also voted Handicap Champion, plus Champion Sprinter. At the Eclipse Awards dinner in San Francisco in January 1975, Martha Gerry accepted 3 Eclipse Awards. In 1975, Forego won another widener, the Carter, and narrowly missed in the Metropolitan under 136 pounds. Next was the Suburban, and he would carry 134 pounds at a mile and a half. In modern racing, only one other thoroughbred, Exterminator, had done that and won.
Regaining the lead by a head, Loud second by 2. Group Plan is third by a length. Forego inching up now. On the outside, it's Arby's Boy. On the inside, American gains ground. Golden Dawn is 7th past the half-mile pole. And it's Monetary Principle showing the way by a head as Loud moves to challenge now. Arby's Boy with a rush into 3rd position on the extreme outside. Group Plan is 4th. Forego is 5th at this point. American 6th as the field moves to the top of the stretch. Loud on the outside. Along the rail, it's Monetary Principle. Arby's Boy is 3rd. Those 3 across the track as they turn for home. Loud gets to the front by a head again. On the outside, Arby's Boy challenges. Forego is 3rd at this point in the middle of the track and moving to the leaders. They come to the 8th pole. Loud on the rail. Here comes Forego on the outside. Arby's Boy between them. 3 of them across the track. Forego on the outside getting the lead. Arby's Boy 2nd and Loud back to 3rd. It's Forego and Arby's Boy. Forego wins it by a head. Eleodoro Agostina's in the irons.
After a short midsummer rest, Forego was back for the fall campaign. In the Governor, he finished 4th to Wajima, the handsome colt who was to be voted 3-year-old champion. 2 weeks later, in the Malboro Cup, Forego, unable to get outside where he usually made his stretch run, lost by a head to Wajima again. Was the younger generation taking over? The mile-and-a-half Woodward against Wajima would give Forego another opportunity to show who was king. Cheryl Ward said, "We have a score to settle."
Past the 5/8 pole. Wajima gets the lead by a head. On the inside, Avatar. On the outside, Forego. The half mile in 49 and 3 and 3/4 of a mile, 1:13 and 2. To the half mile pole, 3 of them battling for the lead. It's Avatar on the inside, Wajima between horses, and Forego on the outside. Those 3 across the track. Now Wajima gets the lead by a head. Forego up on the outside to challenge. 3/8 of a mile to the finish, and Forego takes the lead by a head. Wajima is 2nd. Avatar drops back to 3rd on the inside. Okavango is 4th. Group Plan and Freehand as they turn for home. It's Forego on the outside in front by a head. Wajima is 2nd by a length and a half, and Avatar is racing 3rd. And down the stretch they come. On the outside, Forego. On the inside, Wajima. Forego on the outside, Wajima toward the rail. Forego has it by 3 parts of a length. Wajima is 2nd past the 16th pole, and Forego goes away in front. Eleodoro Agostina is aboard. Forego under the wire. The winner by 2 lengths. Wajima was 2nd.
After his brilliant Woodward, Forego again was voted Horse of the Year and Handicap champion. 2 more Eclipse Awards. But he had run his last race for Cheryl Ward. The quiet trainer, a horseman all his life, was retiring because of poor health. He had developed through patience, skill, and understanding one of the great horses of all time. As a 6-year-old, Forego was turned over to Frank Whiteley Jr., another horseman's horseman. The big horse carried on. Coming back in May, his objective again, New York's Handicap Triple, beginning with the Metropolitan Mile, a race which had twice eluded him.
Noah! On the inside, Valid Appeal quickly takes the early lead. Lord Rabot on the outside to challenge. Master Derby is racing 3rd. Northerly is 4th. Then Nelly's Rialto 5th, and Forego is 6th down the backstretch. Valid Appeal has the lead by a length and a quarter. Lord Rabot is 2nd by the same margin, with Master Derby 3rd by a head. Northerly on the outside, right there 4th. Forego is now 5th by half a length. Nally's Rialto is 6th on the outside as they move down the backstretch. Valid Appeal leading by 3 parts of a length. Lord Rabot 2nd. Master Derby between horses 3rd. Northerly on the outside is 4th. A gap of 3 lengths. Forego is racing 5th. With Nally's Rialto 6th, they move past the half-mile pole that way. It's Valid Appeal in front by half a length. That's Lord Rabot between horses 2nd and Master Derby on the outside 3rd. Northerly dropping back 4th as Forego moves up on the outside past the 3/8 pole. It's Valid Appeal on the rail holding on to the lead by half a length. Lord Rabot on the outside right there 2nd, and Master Derby joins the leaders. Forego is 4th as they turn for home, a quarter of a mile to the finish. Valid Appeal on the inside, Lord Rabot between horses. Master Master Derby on the outside. Those three across the track with 1 length farther back. Forego closing in on the leaders. A furlong to the finish. Master Derby gets the lead. Forego on the outside now second with Lord Revolt third. It's Forego on the outside coming on to take the lead. Forego and Master Derby. Here's the finish. Forego with Leodora Agustina, the winner by a head.
Stamina, consistency, and class were Forego's trademarks. He captured his third Brooklyn under 134 pounds, with Heliodoro Gustinas riding him for the final time. Other stable commitments by Gustinas necessitated a change in riders, and Bill Shoemaker got the call. He won another Woodward, also his third. He carried 135 pounds, and the shoe aboard for the first time was impressed. Next came the Malboro Cup, which twice had escaped Forego. He would be asked to tote 137 pounds. An awesome burden carried successfully at more than a mile by only 4 major winners in modern American racing. When it rained and the track came up sloppy, it was the impossible challenge, and maybe Forego's greatest of so many great races.
Forego is now 8th on the outside. Honest Pleasure has the lead by a length and 3/4, and that's Dance Spell second by a half. Father Hogan on the inside third by 1. Life's Hope is 4th. Romeo 5th. Now Forego 6th on the outside, and Right Mind is 7th. It's Honest Pleasure maintaining the lead by 2 lengths. Dance Spell is second by a head. On the inside, Father Hogan. Life's Hope is next, and on the far outside, Forego into the stretch. Honest Pleasure has the lead by a length and a half. It's Dance Spell second. Father Hogan on the inside third. Forego gains ground on the far outside. A furlong to the finish. Honest Pleasure has the lead. On the outside, here comes Forego. Father Hogan toward the rail. It's Honest Pleasure. Forego on the outside. Forego on the outside, and Honest Pleasure. Here's the finish. Too tight to call. Forego on the outside.
Most exciting race I think I've ever seen, because we really didn't think he was going to make it, and weren't quite sure that he had, because he was carrying top weight and more weight than anyone's ever carried in the Marlboro. He was out in the middle of the track, and our box is beyond the finish line, so we really couldn't tell whether he'd won it or not. It's the most gratifying thing in the world.
Following the Marlboro, Bill Shoemaker called Forego the best horse he's ridden, the ultimate compliment. He was again named Horse of the Year for the 3rd time. Forego was getting old, but he did open the 77 season with 3 straight wins, including the Metropolitan. 10 lengths out of it on the turn, Martha Gerry said to herself, "Not today." But suddenly he began to move, caught his field, and won by 2 lengths. Forego's popularity became such that on Monday, June 13th, with a strike closing all mutual windows, almost 8,000 fans still came out to Belmont to see him win the Nassau Handicap. In his next 2 races, both second-place finishes, he was giving away 24 and 25 pounds to his conquerors, Quiet Little Table and Great Contractor. Next was the Whitney at Saratoga. The track was heavy and not to his liking, and he finished last in a field of 7. The Woodward at Belmont was his next start, a race he had won 3 other times. It rained through the night and morning, and the track was sloppy. The decision to run was not made until 45 minutes before post. Trainer Whiteley turned to Martha Gerry and said, "If you're game, I am." She was game, and so was Forego.
It's J.O. Tobin taking the lead by 1 length. Moving alongside is Centillo in second. Then it's 2 lengths back to Affiliate and Silver Series, followed by Capital Idea. Then Co-Host, another 3 lengths. And Wise Phillip, Forego along the inside. Then it's Great Contractor, and finally Proud Birdie. Moving down the backstretch, on the inside, Centillo is up to take the lead and now has it by 1. J.O. Tobin is second on the outside, 2.5, and Silver Series third by 1. Affiliate is 4th, Co-Host in 5th, and on the outside, Capital Idea. Those 3 are together. Then it's a gap of 3 lengths to Forego. On the outside, Wise Phillip, then Great Contractor along the rail, and finally Proud Birdie. They're on the turn. They went a half mile in a quick 45 3/5. The leader is Centillo, leading by a half. J.O. Tobin is second by 3/4. Silver Series into third on the outside, and here's Forego. He's going to run today, folks. He's moved into 4th.
1978 was an abbreviated season. An allowance win in June and a 5th-place finish in the Suburban. Chronic infirmities had again caught up with him. The Gerrys and Frank Whiteley agreed he would race no more. With 34 wins in 57 starts and earnings of nearly $2 million, he was going home to Kentucky and a life of leisure. He made his final New York appearance when he led the post parade for the Malboro Cup. Despite the presence of Seattle Slew and Affirmed, 2 Triple Crown champions in the field, Forego received the largest ovation from his faithful and loyal followers. And so, Forego went home to Kentucky and John Ward's farm, where just a few short years ago, he was an unruly and undisciplined yearling. Now free to romp and graze in his 3-acre paddock, just a furlong from the Keeneland backstretch, Forego receives visitors like young Track Firestone, who stops by daily after school. Each spring and fall, when they're off and running at Keeneland, the roar of the crowd may make Forego look up and wonder why he's not there. Racing followers and Forego had a long-lasting love affair. Perhaps this poem, written by a Forego fan, expresses it best. I wait till this long winter ends, tired of snow and waiting for Forego. I'm longing to see those soft eyes again, the proud, strong bearing of our friend. He's above all the clamor and noise as he gazes at us with his noble poise. Be there, Forego, for all your friends to see among Belmont's spring scenery. I don't care if you ever run. Who could disprove what you've already won? You've won the hearts of young and old. Your legend will be forever told. Why don't they show you each day of the meet, since your contribution to racing is already complete? Racing will never be the same, except for the mere mention of your name. Forego.
Naira Rewards is